Good morning, guys. You ready for an awesome video? Okay, you guys know we've come out with a new indicator, right? This guy over here, 450% profit because he used leverage. Yes, he did use leverage with the indicator. Guy does $2,000 here. This guy over here is like, the new indicator is awesome. If you're trading crypto, buy this immediately. Easy to use and set up. Guys have made their money back within 24 to 48 hours. As you can see here, you can read this for yourself. Here's what I want to do for you guys today. This indicator has been 4 years in the making, and a lot of you guys who are members, you guys are like, you know what? Let's compare this to some other indicators to see just how accurate it is. And so I'm just going to dive in here and show you guys the accuracy of this compared to other indicators. Do you think that'll be fun? I think it would. We're going to go over RSI. We're going to go over MACD. We're going to go over Stochastic and MFI, arguably the highest used indicators by any retail trader out there. And just so you guys know, you can use it on stocks, cryptos, and Forex. This is in the description. Do yourself a favor. Buy this indicator. It's in the description. You guys will do well with this. I'm confident about that, okay? Let's take a look at RSI, and we're going to work our way down. The RSI is an indicator a lot of people use, and this is simply how a lot of people use it. It's when this, let's call the signal line or the purple line, comes up close to the top 70 mark or comes down to the 30. This is where people look for market reversals. So if you were to use this on the daily time frame, you guys would have not received any signals whatsoever of Bitcoin moving down at the top here because it did not hit 70. Okay, if you are using this with the crossover here with the yellow and the purple, you guys got a signal on the crossover of this at the bottom, which is possibly the worst signal you could have gotten with the RSI based off this. Okay, we see over here that we saw a little bit of a crossover here in the market, but that was far after we were able to predict the top over here. Guys, I did not code this indicator. It was a friend of mine. It's been 4 years in the making. It's 469 lines of code, and it does, listen carefully, this metric up here does not use any oscillators that I'm going to show you. It's why it's more accurate than anything else you're using, because we're using what's called a min-max algorithm, and I can't go too much further into that because I honestly just don't understand all of it. But but when you look at the code, you're like, this is crazy. It's basically this, guys, and I'll make this fast. It's basically a big tic-tac-toe game. This is the best way the coder described it to me. He's like, the market is going to do one thing. Let's say the market goes here, and you're opposing the market, and you go over here, and you're playing tic-tac-toe. This algorithm actually looks to predict the next move of the player, which in our case is the crypto market. And when it does that, it is able to predict with some ridiculous accuracy on the literal daily candle here where the tops are and where some bottoms are. Okay, so far better than RSI. That's clear. Everybody can see that. Okay, now let's go to the next one here. Let's come down and let's look at the MACD. The MACD is one that a lot of people use where they use two signals down here. So you're looking at two moving averages. One is fast and one is slow. All right. Here's how people use this. They look for the blue to start crossing up above the orange. If you guys would have taken that, that is the absolute worst signal you could have ever taken because it put you at the top. Guys, this metric up here is trading more with the institutions and smart money because retail traders are using these indicators, and you guys are going to get crushed if you use this. You are literally entering in at the top of the trend before it dropped back down. Do you guys see that? And then you guys, we're coming over here. It didn't even give you guys a crossover. It's like, okay, we're just going up, and there's no warning here. It's like, okay, can you please warn me about a drop that's coming over here? That's, this drop over here, the percentage wise of this is, there's like a 13% drop there. And then we've got over here another 13% and so on and so forth. You guys aren't getting that. This over here is maybe one of the times that you could have said it looked to call the drop back down. But again, it's on this candle over here, and you guys just lost all this profit in the market for yourselves. So RSI and MACD, clearly it's better than both of those, as you guys can see here. Let's move on and just make it a little more interesting, because as we go down, they're supposed to get better is what it's supposed to happen. So, okay, Stochastic. Stochastic, here's the deal, guys. It didn't do too bad, but look at this right here. This is how people use this. They look for Stochastic blue to cross over the orange for a long signal, which is right here. That's all the way up here. Okay, you guys need to get signals lower in the market. Down here, not too bad. Up here, we're seeing it being just a little bit more accurate. But here is something that we've had a hard time with, and a lot of traders do, is they don't know when to exit. So let me get this in here. Do you guys exit when the Stochastic blue line is just right at the top? Or do you exit on this one? Or do you exit on that one? Or do you exit on this one? Like, which one is it? And that's the problem, is because if you're doing that, you're going to start exiting at really low points before you get to the absolute peak. And that's what took 4 years to dial this in, is getting us at the actual, as best as we can, the top peak candle. And when you're looking at this, try to make sense of all the zigzags back and forth versus just a signal. You guys are going to get confused, and it's going to get complicated. Down here, looking at this coin at the bottom, before the move back up here, these are really, really good signals. I'll go into more of what these liquidity pools are, but they give us more confirmation as we get into trades. So there's that. So we can see, guys, like this is obviously better up here. The cleanliness of this, of showing you guys the tops and bottoms, is just really nice. All right, let's do the MFI now, because a lot of people like to look at MFI. So let's take this, let's open this up. The MFI, you've got two levels up here. You've got an 80 and you've got this down here at a 20. It works a lot like the RSI, okay, Relative Strength Index. If you're looking at this to take some, short trades or exit your longs at the top, guys, yeah, you may have been able to look to take some exits up here, but I guarantee you guys, just be honest with yourself, please. Like, let me pull this up here again as well. Watch this. When you guys are looking at this, where are you going to exit? Like, that's the thing, is like when you look in retrospect in the past, you're like, oh, well, this is actually pretty high right here. Like, you're pushing up to almost a 68, if you guys can see this over on the left-hand side here, almost 70. And then you're pushing up to 80, and then you're over here, you're like, okay, well, we're already at an 80. This has to be the top. This has to be the top. Like, this has to be the top. No, guys, it's not the top. It is waiting for a certain algorithm to be placed throughout the market, looking at structure, not using oscillators, and that's how we're able to get our signals. If you guys are looking at this over here, there is no possible chance you could have bought crypto at the bottom over here, because it didn't even go down that far. That is why oscillators, I do believe this is the best metric to ever be coded for crypto, and I'm humbled by this, and the friend that did this, his name was Tony, is absolutely an incredible coder. But I've noticed this, and I was comparing it to this. I'm like, guys, you're going to get wrecked if you keep using these older indicators down here versus something that doesn't use oscillators. Again, I want to say this again. I'll end this video. It doesn't need to be long. This does not use any oscillators. That's why you can see the accuracy is so much more powerful. It uses what's called a minimum maximum algorithm, and it has a bunch of other stuff you guys can read about actually on our product page. So if you guys go to the description, take a look at that. You can set up alerts for buys. You can set up alerts for sells. It can go on the 4-hour time frame, any time frame you guys want. It literally was able to help us predict the bottom of Bitcoin over here over the weekend before we started seeing moves back up in the market. It is insane, guys. And if you have purchased our bundle pack in the past, I'll make this real quick. Bundle pack users, please email into us, because we're going to give you guys a huge discount on this. But all you guys need to do is click the description. It is right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love when we come out with something like this and it's like, oh, it's so good. It's like, okay, come on, we'll prove it, Travis. Like, prove that it's actually better than anything else we're using. And I think you guys can see in this video, hands down, quite clearly, I believe this is the best metric ever coded for crypto, and you guys can use this on stocks and Forex as well. So snag it below, guys, and then if you want to join us in our membership, just if you want to, that's totally fine. You guys will actually get all of the metrics that I just showed you for cryptos and stocks for only $75 a month. It was $95. Just come over here and click crypto charts. The metric I just showed you guys are going to be able to look at this every single morning on our charts. You guys will be able to look at this. The stock charts as well. You guys will get the top 20 stocks, and it's going to show you guys where good entries and sells are. All of that you guys can get for just $75 a month, and you'll get both. It's not $75 and $49. It's just $75, and you'll get everything. We're also calling out scalping trades. We're currently 440% more than the S&P 500, and we are doing very well trading crypto right now. All right, guys, God bless you. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Snag the indicator in the description. You guys will see a difference in your trading. I absolutely believe that, and it will result in more profits is what I truly believe. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you later. Links in the description, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye, guys.